All right. Today's date is the 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. I don't know. It's a great day. Yeah, it is. All right. So the agenda is on the sideboard. So we're going to write in our planner first. Go over the warm up. Should have already at least halfway completed the warm up. Okay, if not completely finished with it, then I'm going to model. I'm going to finish up comparing functions, and then hopefully I also get the opportunity to do reading graphs, which is technically what I'm supposed to do today. So hopefully I'll get to do that, and then we'll work in our groups on practicing how to read graphs and compare functions. Okay, so we have group work. Okay. All right. I need for you to study for your test. We're going to write our homework in our planner. Okay, it's optional to write the things on this. I do basically for the video, but it's not optional to write in your planner. So let's make sure we open up our planner. Check off if you watched the video yesterday, check it off. If you completed the homework yesterday, check it off. If you didn't, don't check it off, okay? Today, Valentine's Day, we are going to write our homework down. There's a homework help video. It's on Canvas, and it's also going to go to you in Remind at 2. Okay? You can look for that at 2. And then make sure that you complete your homework. Some of you did not complete the homework from last night. So please make sure you complete Monday and Tuesday's homework. And go back and watch the help video if you need to, Julie. If you need to watch the help video from Monday. Okay? So let's make sure that we do those things. Any questions? I'm going to pause for the calls to give us a chance to write the homework down. Yeah. All right. Let's look at the warm-up, please. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to pick the first 2 points to find the slope or the rate. Okay? So we're going to put the first 2 points. Let's do 0, 30, and 128. This is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. Okay? We're going to use the slope formula to calculate the rate of change or slope. Rate of change and slope are synonyms. They mean the same thing. The slope or rate of change formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So you're going to put 28. Very good, baby. Minus 30 on the top.
And then 1 minus 0.
And 1 minus 0 on the bottom. Good job. What is 28 minus 30?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. And what do we get on the bottom?
1.
So m in this case, y'all, is equal to negative 2. So that's our slope or our rate of change. I'm going to pause for the calls to give us a chance to write if we hadn't. All right. Starting amount. Your starting amount is going to be wherever, like we did yesterday, wherever the y value, wherever you see x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 right here. So this is my starting amount. My starting amount is 30. B is equal to 30. Now, how do I write an equation in slope-intercept form? Very good, baby. Y is equal to negative 2x plus 30. Good job. Okay. I'm going to pause for the calls to give us a chance to write. All right. Let's put this in our folder, y'all. Put this in your folder. I need you to take out this sheet from yesterday so I can finish doing the guided practice with you. We're going to paste this in our notebook. So one person from each table. Alyssa, put your cell phone on the wall. One person from each table, I need you to pick up. I need you to pick up the supply bag, please. Alyssa, put yourself on the walls, ma'am. Did I check what? I did already take those, baby. That was when you was running around looking for that little, All right, here we go. Take this out. Yes, that was week 2 when I took week 2. Oh, Jesus. All right, y'all, we're going to finish comparing, and then we're going to work in our groups. Okay, so let's finish this up. We are comparing. Let me zoom in because this is hard to see. All right, so now we're going to compare the slope, and I'm going to add the slope in there. We're going to compare the slope, and we're also going to compare the starting amount or the y-intercept. When you see initial value is the same as the y-intercept or the starting amount. It is where x is equal to 0. It's the y value for when x is equal to 0. When x is equal to 0, it's that y value, okay? I'm going to pause to give you a chance to write that down. Okay, good people. Let's find the slope of the graph first by picking 2 points on the graph. Zoom in a little bit. And then count rise over run. I'm going to choose this point right here. And I'm going to choose this point right here. And I want to see if you can count rise over run to figure out what the slope is of the graph. I'm going to pause for the calls to see if you can come up with that. Okay, so let's do this. This is going up by 3s. So this is 3, 6, 9, and 12. So this is positive 12 on this end. It's going up by 3s. The x-axis is going over by 1s. That's 1, 2, 3. So it's positive 3 to the right. So we got positive 12 is going up 12, and positive 3 is going over to the right 3. So let's reduce. Use your calculator if you don't remember how. 4. It is 4. So M here is 4. Let's find M of the table. Let's count. We can use 2 ordered pairs. I'm going to use 0 and 4. This is X, this is Y. And I'm going to use 1 and 7. X1, Y1, X2, Y2.
7 minus 4.
Very good. We got Y2 minus Y1 on the top, just in case, so you won't get confused as to where I'm getting the numbers from, okay? And Ati said 7 minus 4. Very good. What are we going to put on the bottom? 1 minus 0. 7 minus 4. What does that give you?
3.
That gives you 3 over what number? 1. So this is 3 here. So which one of these has the greater rate of change? The graph or the table? The graph has the greater rate of change. The graph has the greater rate of change. Okay, I'm going to pause for the calls, give you a chance to write, okay? All right, here we go. Let's look at the y-intercept. The y-intercept is the starting amount or where the line crosses the y-axis. What is the starting amount or where does the line cross the y-axis in the graph? What number is this? This is where it crosses the y-axis. This is the y-axis, y'all. It crosses, somebody said it. It crosses at 3. So B here is equal to 3. Thank you, speakers. What is the y-intercept? What is the y-intercept for the table? Where does it start? Yes.
America, and you have a 304 for testing. The pods. Bring all your stuff.
Oh, no, not the equation. What's the y-intercept, baby? What is the starting number in the table? What's the y-intercept? Alexis? No? Okay. Anybody else? Guys, look at the table. Look at what we did. Remember in our warm-up? Almost. You close. How did we figure out what the y-intercept was in our table? Look, the y-intercept or the starting value in our table was 3. How did we know that? Because that's where x is equal to 0. Okay? Yes, babe. Can you pick up? There's some papers on the printer, reading graphs. Can you pick those up? All right. So wherever x is equal to 0, that's going to be our starting amount. Alexis, do you see that? Find where x is 0, and whatever that y value is, that's your starting amount. Okay? Not just because it's the first number, but because it's where x is equal to 0. So look for where x is equal to 0 in the table. X is equal to 0 right here. So the y value is your b. And your b here is 4. Which one has the greater starting amount, the graph or the table? Which one has the greater y-intercept? The graph or the table? The table does. The table has the greater y-intercept. Or initial value. So these are two answers. The table has the greater y-intercept, and the graph has the greater rate of change. Pause for the cause. Put your cell phone on the wall, babe. All right, here we go. Let's try this. Pick 2 points on the line so you can find the slope here. Pick 2 points in the table so you can calculate the slope here, okay? Let's do that now. And then pick which one, circle the answer. If you think this has the higher slope, choose this one. If you think this one has the higher slope, then choose the table. I'll pause for the calls. Yes, babe? Wait for people to finish writing this, and then I'll slide it back over, okay, babe? Okay, so let's look at the first example. We're going to find the slope. So when we're finding the slope, we pick 2 points that we can read on the line. We have this point right here. Sit up, babe. Carter, sit up. And we have this point right here. What kind of slope is that line? What kind of slope is this? Positive? Negative? Zero? It's negative. So we know m is going to be a negative number. How far did we go down to get to the second point? How far did we go down to get to the second point?
5.
All right, some say 4, some say 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. It is 5. So your top number, your rise is -5 because you're going down 5. How far do we go over to get to that point?
1.
We go over a +1. So our slope for the graph is -5. We're going down 5. Let's do the slope of the table so we can compare which one is the greater or has the greater rate of change. So I'm going to choose the first 2 points, 1 and 4, x1, y1, x2, y2. First point, second point. Now I'm going to substitute. There. I'm going to substitute the numbers. What am I going to put on the top? 8,
4.
8 and 4. 8 minus 4. Minus is a part of the formula. What are we going to put on the bottom? 2 minus 1. Good job. So what does that give us on the top?
4.
That gives us 4 on the top. What on the bottom?
1.
That gives us 1. So my slope here
It's 4.
is 4. Now let's look at it. This one is going down 5, right? And how would we describe the table? It's going up by what? 4. Okay, which one's going faster though? The -5 is going faster. Even though it's going down, it's still going faster. So the graph has the greater rate of change. Any questions? All right, let's do the last two. I want you to do the last two completely on your own. Then I'm going to we're going to work in our groups on the same type thing, okay? I'll pause for the calls to give you a chance to do this. If you need help, please raise your hand, okay? Tell me when I go fast so that way I know. Otherwise, I ain't gonna know, okay? All right, look. So look at this. We're gonna pick 2 points on the line. I'm gonna choose this point right here because I can read it. This is 0, 0. I'm gonna choose this point right here because I can read it. This point is 2 and 1. So please only choose points that you can read the ordered pairs for. Do not choose points you cannot read the ordered pair. So now let's count rise over run. You ready? Are you okay with that? I want to call you Sammy. Kate, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to do rise over run. How far do I go up?
1.
1. So my top number is a positive 1. How far do I go over?
2.
1, 2. So my bottom number is a positive 2. This is my slope for the graph. 1 over 2. 1, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. That's my slope. Any questions about that? You get that? Please write it. Some of you hadn't written that. Please write it. Let me know if I'm moving too fast, okay? All right, so we're going to find the slope of the table. Choose 2 points. I'm going to just choose the first 2. That's what I'm going to do. I have 3, 3, and I have 6, 4. Okay? This is my first point, x1, y1. This is my second point, x2, y2. Okay? I want to see if you all are actually writing this down. Okay?
I just have to do I mean, it's not. He's awake. It's not. It's just.
Yes. Yep. It would be. Good. All right. Oh boy, running out of time. Okay, so I'm gonna write the formula. Please write the formula each time so that you can substitute it right. All right, what am I gonna put on the bottom? Langston, I hadn't heard from you. What are we gonna put on the top? Sorry. What's on the top, babe? 4 minus what? Thank you. What are we gonna put on the bottom, Ati?
6 minus 3.
Good job, babe. Arturo, what do you get on the top, sweetheart? You get 1. Alexis, what do we get on the bottom? 3. So we got 1/3 as the rate of change for the table. Which one of these has the greater rate of change? 1/3 does, okay? No, sorry, not 1/3. It's 1/2. What decimal is 1/2? So you can see it. What decimal is 1/2? 0.5, 0.50, same thing. What decimal is 1/3? 1/3. Type it in. 1 divided by 3. What decimal is that? Y'all are staring at me. Please look at it. No. 0.3. Okay, this is 0.3 repeating. So which one of these? Look, which one is going faster? The 0.5 is. Okay. All right. The slope again. What kind of slope is this graph right here?
A negative.
This is negative slope. So we're going to do rise over run. Pick 2 good points. I'm going to choose this point right here because I can read that ordered pair. And I'm going to choose this point right here because I can read that ordered pair. Please do not choose a point on the line that you cannot read. Now we're going to do rise over run. Everett, how far do I go up to get to that point? 3. Say again, baby. 3. 1, 2, 3. Positive 3. How far do I go to the left to get to that point?
2.
To the left, so negative 2. So this is going to make my fraction a negative number. Some of us, it's really difficult for us to see which one is fastest because we don't understand that we need to pick the number that is actually bigger and not minus or ignore the negative. So let's divide and see what decimal we get here so we can compare. 3 is the numerator divided by a negative 2. Type it in. What decimal is that? What decimal is it? Say again.
Negative 1.5.
Negative 1.5. Okay. Now let's look at the equation. Which one of these numbers is going to be the slope? The negative 2 or the 9?
The negative 2.
The negative 2. Please don't forget, when the equation is written in slope-intercept form, the slope is going to be the number that is attached to the x. Which one of these slopes is going the fastest? Is it going to be, this is going down 1.5, but this is going down by 2. Which one of these is going faster?
1.5.
The 2. 2 is going down faster. So the equation has the greater rate of change. Let's paste this in our notebook, please. Let's paste this in our notebook. What page is this going to be on, y'all? Anybody still writing this down before I move it? Don't forget, this is page 8, comparing functions. We'll pause for the cause.